feeling like no one really cares. You need me to hide myself, 'cause I can't show you anything else. Just put that all away and pretend for me. 'Cause when I put that mask on, I'm not human anymore. 'Cause when I put that mask on, I'm not human anymore. I'ma kiss it till you die, die, die. I'ma kiss it till you die, die, die. I'ma kiss it till you die, die, die. I'ma kiss it till you die, die, die.
Hello, and we are live. I hope everybody is doing well tonight, despite the fact that it's a Monday. But it's a short work week. It's a holiday week, at least for those of us in the U.S. So, hope everybody's doing well. Jesse, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you, Cursed SpongeBob, for the kind words. Very kind of you. Glad you could be here tonight to hang out. What's up, Keith? Captain Halloween, what's up? I'm going to bring on my panel, and we're going to dive right into, I'm sure, just a number of stimulating conversations. I hope you all want to be stimulated tonight, because that's what you're going to get whether you want it or not. So first up with me, I've got from the Lost River Drive-In. I hear it's a lovely place, especially this time of year, even though it's lost. Or I don't know. What's up, Nick?
Hey, man, how you doing? It is a lovely place, but you know, Midwest. It's 28 degrees here right now, so not too lovely. How's it over in Kentucky?
Very cold. Very cold.
Yeah, I've got a different backdrop tonight. I'm in my bedroom, so none of you won't see all the Halloween. I know I'm switching it up, but thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Glad you could be here. Also joining me tonight, he's so cool he wears his sunglasses at night. And that's Griffin. What's up, man?
Hey, what up, everyone?
How are you doing, buddy?
Doing okay.
Good. Are you in Kentucky too?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the crappy weather that we're having.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We got nice little sunshine today, though.
We did.
Did we?
Yeah.
I must have been in my office. So yeah, I missed it. Yeah, but good to see you, Griffin. Hope you're doing well.
Good to be here.
Pleasure to have you. Also joining me tonight, Lorne. What's going on, Lorne? Lorne is not stimulated. Well, the show's just started. I can almost guarantee at some point you will become stimulated.
Guarantees come with consequences, sir.
Well, there's a 30-day no money back guarantee, so it means nothing. It means nothing.
It means nothing?
No.
Well, this is Cloud, Storm Cloud. She says hello.
Mm. She waited until you were on camera, and then she was like, "Hey,"
and jumped into my lap.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
She knows what she's
cat.
done.
This is the best cat.
She
This is
knows
the
what
cat
she's
that is drawn in every package that you've ever received from me.
Ah, nice. Yeah. I recognize her now.
Yes.
Good to see you, Lauren. How's what's the weather like up there in Jersey?
It's cold. It hit the 30s, and it's staying there for the time being. Whatever. I mean, I can't wear heavy coats. They just drive me absolutely nuts. So I'm always out in what's basically a windbreaker or a hoodie, trying to fight the elements. I have good resistance to the cold though, but I don't like this time of year. It doesn't put me in a good mindset. So.
Well, soon it'll be the holliest, jolliest time of year, Lauren.
And it'll just be worse.
Oh,
It's not my holiday.
I'm going to send you some Christmas cheer this year, Lauren.
No.
I'm going to send you a $27 Christmas card. would that get you in the mood?
I like that movie. Not so much any of the sequels, but I like the first film quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's not something I revisit a lot because I like how it feels grimier than it really is if you don't experience it a whole lot. Because our memories of that movie is like basically pornography, but it's not. It really isn't.
No.
But it feels like it should be. So.
Yeah, it does. But good to see you, Lauren. Also joining me tonight, all the way from the UK, the real Fifth Beatle, Mike. What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Not bad, man. Not bad.
Good.
Is
How's
the
everything?
is the lag gone now?
It seems to be much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually much better. How's everything going over in the UK?
It's getting cold now. Getting cold. Not to your levels of coldness, and we never get to your levels of heat either. But it's 4 degrees centigrade right now. So I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
We have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what meters mean. I don't know centigrade. You're talking a foreign language to me.
Oh, I apologize.
If you're not talking inches and Fahrenheit, you've lost me.
Yeah.
They didn't teach us those things. There you go. They taught us they taught us how to speak American and how to do American things. So
America.
Damn right. But anyway, it's good to see you, Mike. Always a pleasure.
Nice to see you in the flesh, Mike.
No problem there. We were actually on a stream together. We were together on Pizza stream a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I know. I just meant earlier. Yeah, you were in the stream.
Yeah, I got unsubscribed from your channel, Nick. Don't know why.
Yeah, I don't. When you told me about that, I was like, it just sounds like I have never heard that from anybody else. I don't know about you guys if you've ever experienced that. Where you'll just unsubscribe.
It's actually a lot more common than what you think. It's happened to me a number of times.
I've heard about people just getting randomly unsubscribed from people's channels. I don't know if it's ever happened to me, but it's a good possibility. I don't know.
It only happens when you're drunk.
That's true too. Like, wait a minute. He only gave Halloween 3.5 stars. Screw him.
Unsubscribed, blacklisted.
Yeah. Hidden on my channel, blocked, you name it. Some more shout. Oh, we got Christian Hanna in the chat. Christian, hop in if you want. The dislike count is officially gone. I know I spoke to Susan, and we decided to get rid of that dislike thing. So, all for the little guys.
Has it gone on smaller channels? Because it seems to be still around on all the channels I'm on.
When I was on my Google Chrome, for me, it's gone everywhere. But on I log into the Region Free account through Edge, and I can still see them on Edge on the Region Free account. So I don't know if it's gone site wide yet or what the deal is necessarily, but some places I'm not seeing them, some places I am. So actually, Loki says he sees the dislike button on this stream, and it's not. See, it's there, but you can't see the count. So it's still there. You just can't see the count.
Blumhouse signed up with warm shit of disliking his trailers.
I don't even bother.
Norton Rad, what's up? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Lord Brian says it's 90 degrees in Southern California.
Who said that?
Lord Brian.
Ban them.
That was my first thought too, but Brian's a good guy. He can't help that he was lucky enough to be,
Well, but admittedly, it's Southern California though, so
hey, we've got water here.
Hey, San Diego's nice. LA, not so much. San Diego's nice.
I've never been that far west. 79 degrees in Phoenix. I hear Phoenix is lovely. We got Dan in the chat. Dan says, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thank you, sir. Hope you have a lovely Thanksgiving yourself. 39 in Tennessee, says Selmer Slasher. What's up, Jesse Johnson? Scratch Burno, hello. Dave Vanderhoff says it's very cold in northern New Jersey tonight, low 30s. Oh my goodness. And we got Nico in the chat. Nico, what's up, man? How are you doing?
The other California resident.
I know, the other Californian. Oh, wait, Lord Brian says he would trade with any of us. He's a cold weather fan. Can't stand the heat. You know what? I really dislike heat too. Really dislike heat too. And our old friend Cole is Gay is here. Have a great show tonight and wish you all the best. Thank you, sir. Or madam.
Gay.
Mm-hmm. He or she or they have been following us for a long time. So
representing.
Mm-hmm. Well, what have you guys been up to? Have you seen any good movies lately? Bad movies? Anything new?
Not much new.
I picked up the Candyman 4K. Gave it another watch. Liked it more on my second viewing. I really did. I've been rewatching the, first 5 Spider-Man movies because I'm not a Marvel guy, but I'm looking forward to the newest one just because everybody knows the rumors and who's going to show up. So I've been kind of re-immersing myself in that. But aside from that, no, nothing new. I haven't got around to watching House Shark yet, but
oh Jesus God,
it's at the top of my list.
You do not. Oh God, don't even joke about that. Good Lord God. Oh, 2 hours. Yeah, really. 2 hours of that movie.
Oh,
2 hours.
That was the best part of that entire video was when you checked the timestamp. Oh my God.
The last time I had that kind of reaction to checking a timestamp was David Lynch's Inland Empire. only with House Shark I couldn't stop. With Inland Empire I stopped it. I couldn't stop with House Shark. But
go if you go into Piz's review of House Shark, I've actually timestamped the moment that he timestamps the movie, and he goes 2 hours. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm timestamping that because that is golden.
It's like, why on earth would you make this? And literally, there's 5 minutes of material, 5 minutes of material in that movie. They stretched out to 2 hours. Unbelievable.
Are you gonna do another? Are you ever gonna venture back into Dollar Tree challenge?
I've thought about it. At some point, I'm sure I'll do it. At some point,
you didn't hate The Trees Have Eyes.
No.
The
Trees Have Eyes really was not bad. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was not bad. So I would recommend it.
No house shark.
No house shark, no Krampus the Reckoning. Just, but Krampus the Reckoning looks like freaking The Exorcist compared to house shark.
Oh,
So, yeah. Griff, you seen any new movies? Any good movies? Bad movies lately?
The most recent movie, I picked it up. I haven't watched it yet. I picked up Wrath of Man. I found that on Blu-ray for $10, so I can pass that out.
Who's in that?
Jason Statham. It's the newest Guy Ritchie film.
The film's a mess.
I thought you said it was okay.
No, I said that film's a mess.
Oh well, shit.
I
only
don't want
$10.
to watch it and have fun with it. It's really handsomely made, complete, utter like.
Well, I enjoy those Sherlock movies. So.
Well, then you might be fine.
Guy Ritchie's got a strange track record from doing his grimy indie flicks, and then like the big budget stuff, and he'll have like a huge hit, and then he'll have like what was that movie he did with Madonna? Strand, what was it? Whatever it was. Exactly. Something like that. Yeah, Swept Away.
So
he'll have like a huge hit, and then he'll follow it up with like just an abysmal disaster of a movie, and then somehow get another huge hit. So he's got a really interesting track record. Wrath
of Man, to be fair, is a very well-made film. It just completely falls apart. I mean, to the point where you can't look back and say, well, the first 2 quarters was really good, because the third act is such a nightmarishly stupid betrayal of everything that came before it. I did not have fun with that movie.
Guy Ritchie does what he should just stick to. He does London gangster movies well. Snatch, Lock, Stock, The Gentleman. They are all great films. When he veers away from that, Sherlock Holmes wasn't bad, but if he veers too far away from what he knows best, it just ends up being just a mess. And because The Gentleman was a great movie, and Snatch is just a stone cold classic. So
Dan liked The Gentleman.
The only one I really didn't care for of his was that King Arthur movie, and I saw bits and pieces of that Aladdin movie. I'm just like. Unnecessary.
Let's see. Lauren, have you seen anything new lately? Good, bad, or indifferent?
I really haven't watched anything recently. Many of you know that my day job when I'm not writing is in the retail field, and obviously everything is both ramping up there and trying to fight the supply side shipping issues. So I'm very busy at the moment. So unfortunately, my movie watching has really become kind of non-existent at the moment.
Remind me, did you watch Antlers or no?
I haven't. I have the means to watch it whenever I get a chance, but now it's hitting digital in like a week anyway, and then it hits Blu-ray the first week of is it December or January? Or
I think it's January.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the first I'd be able to watch it anyway. So, although from the reputation it has from people I trust seems to be very middle of the road. So,
that's unfortunate.
I don't hear people jumping out of their feet.
I should have went and saw it, but. Every time it was playing at really odd times. It only was playing like at 8 o'clock, and then it would play again like around 10. It's just like, fuck that, I'm going to bed. It was only playing late at night. It wasn't playing midday at all.
I'm still rooting for the film. Because it wouldn't be the first time that I like something that everyone else doesn't, but I got to get there, you know?
Yeah. Have you seen anything new lately, Mike?
Wouldn't say anything new. Obviously, if you've seen Lorne's last one of those recent videos, the Duel series, which he does, I Start Counting, which is obviously a late 60s, early 70s British film, and Found, which is you guys have probably seen Found.
Mhm.
It's like a very low budget, early 2010s movie. Yeah, 2 films. Obviously, Lawrence introduced me to. Both solid films, not without the flaws, but I enjoyed them. And I Start Counting is a film that's kind of like I said to Lauren in a live stream I did last week. It's kind of film that is kind of starting to resonate with me more. Like as the days go by, I want to revisit it. Apart from that, really just keeping up to date with Chucky. Starting to bring the legacy characters in now, which has got its pluses and its minus points. I was never a big fan of the later Chucky films with Jennifer Tilly. So bringing Jennifer Tilly in, I just find her character nauseating. I don't like her. And I thought Chucky was doing its own thing, and I was really starting to get engaged in the characters. Lexi's become a lot less annoying now. She's become more of a likable character. And just as it was finding its feet, they've decided to suddenly go back to the old films, and Andy's back, and I like Andy, but the guy can't act. He just can't act. And
it's cute when you're a kid. You know, when you're a
Yeah.
kid, it's cute. Oh, there you go. And then when you're an adult, you still can't act. You
Yeah.
can't. There's a reason Alex Vincent doesn't do a lot of film.
So yeah, I mean, I personally, I don't think they should have brought the legacy characters back. I think it was starting to find its feet. I think it was starting to. There's a problem with some of these franchises where they feel they need to go old school to bring some of the fans back. But I think that's the problem. I was never engaged with the later movies. I was like a 1 to 3 guy, and I was never really down with like anything after that. So to bring Jennifer Tilly in now, to me, I find it slightly annoying because I was starting to really like the series, and I just feel like it's kind of lost momentum. It just feels like they've been shoehorned in just to try and get this old school feel, and it seems to have completely lost its way now in the last 2 episodes.
Well, what I keep seeing these pictures of Fiona Dorff made out to look like her father, but the Charles Lee Ray version, and it doesn't. It just looks. I mean, I don't know. I guess I understand why they, because I've only seen the first 2 episodes, so I know that there's some Charles Lee Ray back stuff on him. But yeah, that was just odd, and now Jennifer Tilly is in it, and I don't know. I liked the first episode. The second episode kind of bored me, and those are the only 2 that they put on their YouTube channel, free to watch. Those are the only 2 that I've watched. So,
well, the thing about what you just mentioned about Fiona Dorff as Charles Lee Ray, you would think that practical look that they did for that would be the most jarring thing about that, right? Like, wow, that's really weird and different. It's not. The most jarring thing about that is that they use 70-plus-year-old Brad Dourif's voice dubbed over her. So she's supposed to be 20-something Charles Lee Ray at a nightclub, and it's a 70-year-old man speaking, and it's just very jarring. Like, it's like, oh, I would not have done that.
But then Fiona Dorff is in as her character from the last 2 Chucky movies too, right?
Yes, but at the end of Cult of Chucky, I guess he split his soul up, and part of his soul went into Fiona Dorff's body. So it's actually Charles Lee Ray in Fiona Dorff's body, which was a big issue with Cult of Chucky because everybody said, you've completely changed the rules 7 movies in now to say, oh, Chucky can actually just split up into a bunch of things at once. I did not like that. I was hoping this would be a more contained story, kind of like you, Mike. And then you start to like some of these newer characters, and then they're like, Don Mancini can't help himself. And I'm just waiting for episode 8 when we're probably going to get Glenda, and it's just all going to go to hell. But yeah, it's.
But that's the thing, though. If you've not seen the later films, the average audience is going to be completely lost as to what's going on. Which, if you've not seen Curse, or people would be scratching their heads. So they did a really, really bad job of introducing, you know, the newer characters, because I think most people know who Andy is, who are getting on board for Chucky, but not everybody's seen the latter films. So there's going to be people who just going, well, what's going on? Who is this? Who's this? You know,
it should have been its own thing. It shouldn't have had that connective tissue. I think it should have just been like a fresh restart.
Yeah, I agree totally.
But I mean, I enjoy it. I have not seen the most recent episode, the one where the OG characters come back. I saw Bloody Disgusting posted an article yesterday saying that episode had the highest viewership of all the episodes. And Don Mancini was on Twitter taking victory laps about that. And I think that's him in his own mind justifying bringing all those characters back. Like, see, I knew I did the right thing. But yeah, people watched it because you brought them all back. But by episode 8, are they still going to be watching it, or is that shtick going to kind of get played out? So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt like, Lauren, you were biting your tongue. I wanted to hear what
I hated the first episode so much, I refused to watch more of it. It was so bad. To me, from a writing standpoint, it was the most pedantic bullshit they could have done. It was just a snapshot of trying to be culturally relevant at the moment more than anything, and it was cloying and ugly and stupid, and no thank you. I mean, I've just, and this is someone who I've never wanted to be on Team Chucky, but I've liked every Child's Play film except for the third film, which I know a lot of people love, but I've found something to really enjoy in all of them. So I'm the guy who like begrudgingly has to be a Child's Play fan. But this series, that opening episode, I don't understand when people. I mean, Piz and I kind of had a brief conversation about it where he thought it was okay. I found nothing that was okay in it. Like every line of dialogue, every plot maneuver, it was either borrowed, stolen, or just so false. It was just awful. I will never watch another episode. Maybe if it returns to movies, and I'll go to see the next movie, and maybe they can course correct. But to me, this is a disaster.
Well, our guest for this show just left. That was Don Mancini. So thank
That's
you.
fine.
That was our secret special guest. I worked months to get him, and he just left.
How you doing, Don? Thanks
He's
for writing
gone.
a lot of bullshit.
He's gone now. Jeez. The two most recent good movies that I've seen lately is The Night House. I finally got around to watching The Night House, and I enjoyed it.
It was good.
Yeah, I had some issues toward the end, but other than that, I enjoyed it quite a bit. That actress, what's her name?
Rebecca Hall.
Yeah, she's so good, so good.
And then her husband was, I can't remember the actor's name, but he was also in The Empty Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even recognize him from the Empty Man.
Yeah, he was one of the friends.
Oh, okay.
You liked The Empty Man, right, Piz?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I remembered that because a few weeks ago I was talking to my wife and I said, I think it's Hulu that it's on, and I said, hey, I've heard from a few people, Piz, Al, Christian, like they like this movie. And we watched the trailer, and I thought the trailer looked good. She looked right at me and was like, no. So I still haven't gotten around to watching it, but I need to check that out.
Yeah, you really should. It was one of my favorite movies of last year. I think it was Lauren's favorite movie of last year.
Well, last year was a tough year because I liked a lot. So it was in my top 3, definitely, no matter how you cut it. And it may be the film that over the longest haul I like the most, but it was also. It was just a good year for movies the genre.
So yeah, strangely enough, it really was.
Way better than this year has been.
Oh yeah. Oh God, yes. God, yes.
I saw a lot more movies.
Yeah. The first 20 minutes of Empty Man will just grab you by the balls. It's really good. Yeah.
That trailer really sells that movie short.
The trailer does not even. The trailer is such a misrepresentation. It's ridiculous.
It's not a representation.
From what I've heard about The Empty Man, I know that the trailer, I knew when I was watching, I was like, this doesn't look like what I've heard about it. And it reminded me a lot of Malignant's trailer. where Malignant sold itself as something that it wasn't.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I'll get around to watching it. I'll force her to watch it. I mean, I've made her watch so many movies that she hates that I love. So I'll watch it.
The audacity of the Empty Man to spend the first 20 minutes, using characters who, spoiler alert, have no relevance to the rest of the film. Really, it's
That's
just
not true.
Yeah, that's not true.
well, you know what I mean. To
But
do
yeah,
what
you
they
should
did,
you should definitely see it, Nick. It was I think it's one of those movies that as time goes by, it's going to be like, I don't know. I mean, what's a movie from the 80s that tanked at the box office that now like everybody just loves and bathes in adoration?
The Thing.
Maybe not quite, because I mean the Thing.
See, you might not remember when The Thing came out. It was not beloved, not even.
No, I mean I know, but this movie totally flew. Empty Man totally flew under the radar. Like it just had like
whereas
nothing.
The Thing just got crushed at the box office.
Yeah. Like the Empty Man never even had a chance. Never even had a chance.
It stuck around in theaters forever, though. That's the interesting thing. It at the height of the pandemic, it had 6 weeks in theaters, which you wouldn't expect, but didn't make money.
Yeah.
But that was okay because Disney didn't want to release it to theaters anyway. They were contractually obligated to. That's why there still is not a nice physical media version of the film, because Disney doesn't really care. They own this thing because...
Which is odd because The Night House and Antlers were both box, holdovers, and those are getting Blu-rays.
The Night House did pretty good, I think, for its budget. I would say it probably made money. Am I right there?
I would say so. I know it got a lot of attention and it got a lot of really positive reviews. So it was like a, especially in the horror community, it was championed because it's Adam Wingard and so.
For Antlers, though, I think they should have held off on the release a little bit more. October was just so crowded. It was like a big movie every week. By the time you got to the end of the month, I don't think there was many people that hadn't been to the theater already that wanted to go again. I think that was the issue for Antlers and Last Night in Soho. You could have released Last Night in Soho in November. I don't think it would have hurt at all.
Antlers, I think, kind of shot itself in the foot because it had been scheduled and postponed and scheduled and postponed. That I think most people who really wanted to see it either had forgotten about it or thought it already had come out and had forgotten about it. So it was just kind of a, it hamstrung itself.
Has Atlas had good reviews, or is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It did okay.
I also saw the new VHS 94. Did anybody see that one?
No.
No, but I keep seeing these Ratma memes everywhere. What the hell is this?
It's that's one of the best segments of VHS 94. It's definitely one of the most memorable. There's another really good one too. I have to say that I thought all of the segments were there's like a crazy, it's like a, what's that Asian movie where people are being turned into like robots, or like they're becoming
Tetsuya the Iron Man.
It's kind of like a Tetsuya the Iron Man kind of thing. That one was really good. The Ratma one was really good. There's another, I don't remember what the other one was. The wraparound is really weak though. But the stories I thought were pretty solid, so I enjoyed it.
How's the production quality on it?
Right up there with like the other. Well, right up there with like 2, I would say. Okay. A little bit better than one's production values, but I think one's production values work for it because I mean it looks like a little bit higher on this one, but I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And the Ratma, the Ratma thing's pretty funny. Yeah.
I hated Viral. I hated the third film. I just did not like it.
I don't remember. I don't. I remember really disliking it. Did they do another one after Viral?
Oh, Viral
No.
came out and it just flopped everywhere. I mean, it obviously on streaming and whatnot, but it got bashed by critics and nobody really watched it. And I think that's when Bloody Disgusting, swooped in, and because I believe were Bloody Disgusting was behind this, right?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I want to see it still. I just my main issue was production quality. I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to look. I don't know. I didn't want it to look like somebody filmed it on a camcorder from 2006. Like I don't know. It just seemed like it could have been really cheap. But I mean, one of my favorite segments of all the VHS movies is the Alien one from VHS 2. That scared the crap out of me the first time I saw that. I mean, that was scary. So
VHS 2, I think, is great. All of the segments on I thought were really good. I don't know if I even finished Viral. I know I started watching it. I don't remember if I finished it or not. It was just so. Yeah.
I watched the first 2 segments. I was done after that.
Yeah. But definitely give VHS 94 a look.
On Shudder, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It is on Shudder.
Oh, speaking of which, I guess I should say a few weeks ago, I finally finished The Dark and the Wicked.
Okay.
I had started that probably 6 months, whenever it came out, either into last year, beginning of this year, I can't remember. We had started it, and our internet went out like a half hour in. And so I was like, I'll pick it up another time. And people kept going, you got to watch this. You got to watch this. And I finally finished it. I really liked it. I really, really did. I think the hype of it being like, oh, it's so terrifying. I mean, no, but I thought it was really effective. I thought it was really well put together, well acted. And I mean, it's pretty creepy. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that was my favorite movie of last year. Really.
That was 2020.
Really. Was that 2020 or 2019?
2020.
I
think
sure that was
last year.
Yeah. Ben Grimm mentions that Timo Tahanto, who directed the Tetsuo-like segment, is set to direct the American remake of Train to Busan, as well as a remake of Under Siege. I heard about the Under Siege remake. That's interesting. Especially if this guy's going to direct it. I mean, is it going to be like, a robotic Steven Seagal, or like a robotic Erica Laniak jumps out of the cake? I mean, that'd be interesting.
I'm down for that.
Yeah. That's
who are they going to recast for Tommy Lee Jones and Gary Busey?
Oh Jesus, Jake Busey and
Busey still.
Bring Gary Busey back.
Yeah, just bring Gary. Put Gary Busey in the Tommy Lee Jones role, and put Jake Busey in. Yeah, no. Under Siege is that movie was like on HBO like 3 times a day. It seems like growing up, it was constantly on HBO.
Hey, Lauren, if you were trying to talk, we couldn't hear you.
He's muted.
I just wanted to say that Timo also directed both of the incredible May the Devil Take You movies.
So that's the same dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's so good. So if you haven't seen the May the Devil Take You films, May the Devil Take You and May the Devil Take You 2, TOO, they're Indonesian takes on Evil Dead, but they're really, really fucking good. In a way that you're not expecting. And in some ways, I think the second film might be my favorite of even the domestic Evil Dead films. I mean, it's that good. It's really intense, really crazy, ratchets up to insane levels, and isn't relying on a central performance to sell itself, which is interesting too.
Yeah. 2 is my favorite of those. I mean, the first one is good too, but 2 is like, and it's strange that, it's the Evil Dead stuff because, 1 is kind of more straightforward, and then 2 is just like off the wall at times. And so, but good stuff.
He also directed the segment in VHS2, the like satanic cult one. That was
did
yeah,
that was my favorite segment from VHS too.
that segment's awesome. So
Yeah.
that was a reason why I was looking forward to 94, because I know he directed another segment for it, and I was like, okay, I really liked that segment. So
You'll like his segment in 94.
okay.
You'll like his segment in 94.
I kind of am terrified of him coming to America and making American films, though.
I don't why. Yeah, I mean, Nico makes a good point. Why remake? Why remake Train to Busan? I mean, I get it. You got to Americanize it because, if it's not American characters and it's not in English, then we won't watch it or understand it. I guess, but yeah, just leave Train to Busan alone.
I mean, they'll probably remake Squid Game, which is Netflix's biggest hit ever. People are on board with subtitles, they're on board with foreign TV shows, they're on board. You don't need to remake it.
My girlfriend hates subtitles. So I turned the dubbing on for Squid Game, and she was like, "What's this crap? Turn it off," because it's so bad. But I mean, at least you don't have to read it. But she was like, "Just put it back on the words." So
that's a good point that Nico makes, because I actually a few months ago went back and revisited The Grudge from 2004, and I think that movie has aged horribly. Like, I remembered as a kid, I was like, wow, this is really good. And now I watched it and I was like, this is kind of a piece of crap. So when we got that reboot in 2019 or 2020, whatever it was, and people were like, oh my God, why do we need to reboot The Grudge? It was so great. I was like, no, it wasn't. I don't know. I thought The Ring did okay. I thought The Ring was a good adaptation. I know.
They dumbed it down so much.
I'm just saying, compared to like The Grudge, I think.
But so have you seen the original television movies of Ju-on? Not the theatrical Japanese films. There's two TV movies before them. Yeah. They're even stronger. So it's like every time they take on Ju-on, it gets worse.
Yeah. I mean,
the Ring is put on a pedestal. The Ring, the American remake, is like put on a pedestal as being one of the best iterations of like a J horror movie.
It was one of my worst theatrical experiences, because at the moment that Samora, which that bothers me right there, you already triggered me with changing the name of the character, but the moment Samora draws the characters a map to find her in fire, it's just like so blatantly stupid.
That's The Ring 2. That's The Ring 2.
No, it's The Ring.
No, they doesn't draw a map.
She draws She draws the tree in fire to show them where they are. It's a fucking map. It's so stupid.
That was in the second one.
The first
I don't think
Ring.
so. The second one is a possession film.
I don't even remember part 2. I don't even remember. The only thing I remember about part 2 is the CGI deer that attacked the car. Oh my God.
That was my favorite moment of it, because I was laughing. The rest of the movie I was in bad shape. But no, the American film is really, really, it's a dumbed down version, and the original is such a classy, moody film. No. Stick with Ringu.
Stick with Ringu. I like the Americanized version, and I think part of the reason why it's put on a pedestal is because it was the first. It was like the first J horror remake that started it all.
And
yeah. So
they really wanted to make franchises out of those characters, and it just never worked over here. I mean, you had The Ring 2, which was awful, and then it took like 15 years to make Rings, and that movie was awful.
Yeah,
it was god awful. And then The Grudge and The Grudge 2 was awful, so they took forever, and then came out with The Grudge,
which was even worse.
They made Grudge 3.
Oh yeah, they did. That was straight to video. I never saw it. I mean, great source material that you probably could make a franchise out of if your heart desired that. But I mean, just absolutely piss poor attempts.
There's something about the Japanese, those Japanese horror movies. the dread and the hopelessness and just the sense of
Despair.
despair and all is lost, that they just can't translate it over to these, because Ju-on, there's an incredibly chilling, it's just like a shot. The girls are walking and it's like the place is abandoned and there's all these missing posters and you just see this empty street and it's gray and there's missing posters in the wind, and that tells you all you need to know. But something that simple couldn't be translated over into the American version because it's too subtle, you know what I mean? And the same thing with Ring. I mean, Ringu has got so many of those moments too. My favorite is still Pulse or
Cairo.
Cairo. That one is just the bleakest, darkest, most.
That remake is.
And the remake is unbelievably bad.
It's atrocious. It's
unbelievably bad. Yes.
Did America remake The Eye? Because I thought The
Yes.
Eye.
Yeah.
Was,
The
Eye was a
Jessica
really.
Alba.
The scene in the elevator.
Mm-hmm. Oh, with that the corpse with the dented face.
Great scene.
Yeah. So they just threw Jessica Alba in the remake and just said, "Oh, well, all the guys will come and watch it now." So
I did watch. I did finish season 3 of You. I love that show. I thought that was a great season as well. I mean, it is. I don't know. I know it's like all the rage now. I remember when it first came out, I had read the book, so we watched the first season, and to see how much that show took off is really cool. But the first 2 seasons I was able to binge in like 2 days with my wife, but this one took us a little bit longer with work schedules and now having a kid. It was harder, but I really liked it. I don't know if any of you guys have, caught up with that show or seen any of it, but I really liked it.
I watched the first couple of episodes, but there's a traumatic experience in my life associated with that show that I don't go back and revisit. I was watching that show with my girlfriend when my mother called, screaming and crying because she'd fallen down the stairs and broken her ankle and one of her feet. So that's a traumatic event that I've associated with You.
Yeah, my wife won't watch Cabin in the Woods because there's a traumatic experience associated with the one time she watched it, so she refuses to watch it. So I get it.
Yeah.
Had anybody seen Ghostbusters?
That was where I was going. Has anybody seen the new Ghostbusters?
Not yet.
No. I believe it's done well at the box office. I can't tell because one person on social media says, "Hey, it's doing well," and then another person goes, "No, it's doing really horribly." And like, where's?
It's a little behind 2016's opening, but it's markedly better because of the cost to make it. Where this one was 75 million, the last one I think was like 140, 150 million. It did 44 domestic and 16 worldwide or internationally, so it was 60 million opening weekend this weekend worldwide on a $75 million budget. So it's going to recuperate its money and then some. So it's really about the lens you look at it from. A lot of people the people that love 2016 are trying to dunk on the OG fans now, going, "Oh yeah, 2016 opened bigger." Yeah, but the difference is you spent like 3 times the money to make 2016.
So devil's advocate here.
Sorry, Lon, come on.
No, go ahead, Mike, because
I was going to say, there are actually people who like Ghostbusters 2016.
Yeah, believe it or not, there are. The people that, I guess I'm not woke enough.
I'm certainly not. I'm not woke enough by far.
It wasn't a bad movie, but it was just not what you had promised people. I don't know. Like, I think a lot of the people that I grew up on the first 2, I know you guys did too. If you're getting another Ghostbusters movie and you tell us Aykroyd and Murray and they're all coming back but they're coming back as random characters in this movie. It's just no.
Ghostbusters 2016 is like, okay, we're woke. This is the woke Ghostbusters. So we're going to treat a male good-looking actor, like basically like a sex toy. You know, Chris Hemsworth is just there to look pretty, and they just treat him like a piece of meat. So apparently that's woke, is it? Maybe I'm missing something, but you know, that film is a piece of shit.
I mean, Nick mentioned it seems like there's a concerted effort to want to downplay the success of Ghostbusters, the new Ghostbusters, or say that, you know, it's the you know, here's what you misogynists wanted. This is the Ghostbusters movie that you all wanted, you know. And I mean, it's got a bunch of kids in it, and like one of the stars, the star of the movie is a girl, right? I mean, honestly, right? So I mean, I don't know.
So I just want to put things in a little bit of perspective here with the new Ghostbusters, and understand when we talk about box office, we're not talking about the value of the film. So films are companies. That's how you have to think of them. They're structured financially like companies. They have investment in them with an expectation of return. So at $44 million box office, with a normal multiplier attached to something like this, it will make less than 2016 made. No one invested in this for that result. Okay? The other thing is, the really dangerous thing is, if you've ever done with any kind of retail, any kind of wholesale, you know that the longer a product sits on your shelf, the more expensive it is to you. That this thing was delayed a year, it doesn't matter what you initially spent, the value of the money you spent becomes multiplied. So you can say, yeah, technically they spent $75 million 2 years ago to make this thing, 3 years ago, really, to make this thing. Like any money, it has inflationary value. So simply saying that it's going to make back its money, on paper, that's true. But in the world of investments, no. This is not the result they were looking for. They were tracking to open right where it opened. And Piz asked me like where I thought this thing was going to land. I was within $1 million. They were expecting a much different result from this. And this ultimately will make less than the last movie, which is not the result they were looking for. Now, it might be a great film. It's probably not a film for me because it looks like a kid's movie, but it might be a great film. But it doesn't really have a chance at the box office in the current environment. It would have to have a bigger weekend coming up than the previous weekend in order to somehow get over the box office results of the last movie, and it's just not going to do that.
Well, like what you said, I believe normally you're looking at, because I pay attention to the box office quite a bit myself, and normally a film is going to get a 2.2 to 2.5 multiplier from its opening weekend. That's generally the rule of thumb, right? Right around that. Okay, so I think the only caveat is the Thanksgiving weekend and no competition to speak of. So maybe its multiplier is closer to 3 than to 2.5, but
it would still land under 116. So
yeah, I mean worldwide, I think Sony's going to make a sequel to it anyway. Personally, that's all that I've seen. I mean, I'm not rushing out to go see it. I'll catch it when it comes out. On streaming or whatever, I'll watch it for sure. But because again, same, it looks like a kid's movie. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not really for me. Yeah, I mean, I think that they'll make a sequel anyway. But I do wonder if this was a brand that was best for the '80s, and then maybe just to be left alone. I mean, some things are a flash in the pan, and we've seen that. I mean, some of these there are very few franchises that can last 40, 50, 60 years. I mean, it just doesn't happen a ton. And, it doesn't take away from Ghostbusters and its impact and the two movies that we did get that most people enjoy. But, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like maybe that was a product of its time.
But its theatrical run is basically over on the 17th of December because Spider-Man is going to completely cannibalize its audience.
Yep.
No.
So I think it's going to be hard. I think it will get to the 100 million point. I don't think it's going to get to 116, which is what the previous one did. So domestic, because you understand that foreign territories, you're cutting up the money into even smaller pockets.
Yeah, they say you get like 25% on average of the returns.
Depends on the territory and what the deal is, but it's exhibition is much more of a concern elsewhere than it is domestically. Domestically, the distributors make a whole lot more because they have a stranglehold. But like, if you want to go into territories, then the exhibitors say, "Well, you can have our screens if," and they have that leverage, which domestically we don't. So, but yeah, I mean, I think that if you greenlight a Ghostbusters film as a legitimate sequel to the original IP, you got to think that they were looking at trying to break 200 million at the box office in a world that doesn't have COVID. That has to be.
Also, if you're going to do that, you would have to market it the right way, and I don't think they did. They told everybody during production that this was going to be a sequel with the original people, and then they marketed it as this is its own thing. We'll give you a little tease at the very end of Dan Aykroyd saying we're closed on the phone, so oh, he's in it. But I feel like Sony's weird with their marketing. They're kind of doing the same thing with Spider-Man. I know who's in the movie. We all know. I know you want to hold it back because you want the surprise in the theater, but I feel like if you give just enough, you could multiply that opening weekend by who knows how much money for people to know. I don't know. I just feel like their marketing has never been. I don't like their marketing. I just don't. I love Warner Brothers marketing. I always have, and the Batman is no exception. I love that marketing campaign so far. Sony is just. I mean, why would you not want to say, hey, the original Ghostbusters are in this movie, or hey, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in the new Spider-Man movie? I mean, to wait till opening weekend just seems really weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Southpaw 82. He says the Halloween Kills has done 100. Is it really done 135 million dollars? Is that right?
It's a little over 130 last I saw worldwide.
That is
worldwide.
That's worldwide.
Yeah.
Domestic's
what, 92?
It's half of the previous film, no matter how you cut it.
This is post COVID though, Lord.
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying this is post COVID as well. So
I understand, but I think what's not understood is that when the investment in film is all made on a contingency of return. It just is. And not everyone gets paid back at the same times. Listen, Jamie Lee Curtis will be fine because she has part of the back end as the part of the deal to sign the multi-picture deal. But the people who need to get paid, it's rougher. And when you're looking at a franchise that's audience was cut in half, film to film, it's not the trajectory you want.
No, but I would say that Blumhouse probably looked at it like, especially with day and date. I mean, it's really hard to know the numbers from Peacock. They tell you it was the most streamed thing that they had on there yet. Now, how many people and the revenue that brought in, who knows? But I mean, I think that Blumhouse probably looks at 130. It's going to end between 130 to 140 worldwide. I think they look at that as a win. They probably did recuperate their money, but it is not how you want to be going into the finale of this trilogy. I mean, you can't spin that any other way. It absolutely is like, okay, what does Ends do now? I mean, if you market Ends right, you could probably break 200 million worldwide if it is marketed right and it looks good. But if you're going to do the same thing, you're probably looking closer to 100 million worldwide. And then maybe Blumhouse doesn't get a chance to do anything more, and Halloween sits for 10 more years. I mean, who knows?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely profitable for some of the people associated with it, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. You know, Jamie Lee and JC, they got their money up front, and probably getting a lot on the back end too.
It's not a matter of whether it's going to make money. Yes, it will make money for all involved. It's what the expectation of that investment was versus what they actually are going to see on the other side. Because believe me, investments aren't made where you just make it and then you pocket the money and you go home and you're done. It's not like investors are dentists and doctors. These are corporate investments. There is an expectation of result, and when you don't make them, then the people who, especially if it's a publicly held company, as many of the distributors are, that's a problem when something doesn't make what you told them it would make in the last quarterly review. So I think it's going to make money, but make no mistake, there were meetings after the first weekend, whereas they started reeling back expectations. And that's just not a good place for it to be. But like I've said a million times, and then I want Christian to say something, but as I've said a million times, the general public, the normies, want a Halloween film every 10 years. A Halloween film every 10 years comes out and does more than any other Halloween film has done. And then the next one takes a huge hit. And you saw this happen with the original film. You saw this happen with Part 4. You saw this happen with H2O. You saw this happen with Rob Zombie. And it happened with 2018 now again. There's just, for the normies to buy tickets, they got to miss Michael for a while. That's just how it is.
Yeah, what's up, Christian? How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. What are you into?
Nothing good. Goddamn. You know.
What were you going to say, Nick?
I'm good.
Oh.
What were you going to
Sorry. Shit. Okay. No. I was just going to say that, and I really can't even remember. Oh, yeah. I think that's pretty true for most of these franchises, honestly. Like, absence makes the heart grow fonder for sure. If you give me, like, can you imagine what the return of Jason Voorhees is going to bring? It's going to be a big movie. I think that's going to do quite well. And I would say the same for a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie. But I think also you hamper yourself when you announce more than one at one time. That's one thing I don't understand with the Exorcist movies, the new trilogy. They didn't come out and say, we're going to make a sequel to the original. They said, hey, we're doing a trilogy. I mean, you got to think a lot of people didn't rush to go see Halloween Kills as well because they were like, well, he's not going to die. It's not over. She's not going to die. You know, middle movie syndrome. When you know there's going to be more, I feel like that also hurts a film. So,
yeah, I agree. Unrelated to Halloween Kills, I also saw Tomb of the Blind Dead recently, and that was a lot of fun. So
check out the rest of the series, baby.
If you've not seen Tomb of the Blind Dead, it's a different kind of zombie flick. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. It's available on YouTube in its entirety, by the way. So
all the Blind Dead films are fun in their own right. The first two are much better than the second two, but they're all good.
What's everybody's Thanksgiving plans? Mike, what's your Thanksgiving plans?
We don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
I'm joking. What? You don't celebrate? That's how unpatriotic of you, man.
I know, terrible.
What's wrong with you? Anybody got any Thanksgiving plans here? Anybody deep frying a turkey or anything crazy like that?
Not deep frying, but my mother and my younger siblings are about to invade my house for 4 days. So,
wow,
that'll be fun. Really excited for that.
Jeez.
Yeah, best part is too, Piz, get this. I don't get to sleep in my bed when my mom comes in, when she has my siblings, because she won't sleep on the futon in the guest room. So my siblings sleep there. She sleeps in my bed and I sleep on the couch. Oh, and my wife sleeps with her in the bed because she refuses to sleep on the couch. So I'll be on the couch from Wednesday to Sunday.
You'll be giving a lot of thanks those days, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll be able to fall asleep with the TV on. I'm not allowed to do that normally. So, hey, I'm cool with that. But yeah.
Just hide alcohol in different spots around the house.
Oh, I'm not even going to be hiding.
Oh, goodness gracious. What about you, Griff? What's your Thanksgiving plans?
Probably going to be another pretty quiet Thanksgiving. Won't be doing a deep fry, though. We did do a deep fry a couple times, and it was amazing, but It's a process.
The dangerous process too. Yes.
Oh yes.
So it's a quiet, more contained Thanksgiving. That's cool.
That's probably what it's gonna be.
What about you, Christian?
It's usually grandparents and my uncle come over, and we well, I say we, me and my wife just listen to them argue about politics, and we just text each other. I can't wait to get the F out of here. Let's go home. Are we getting McDonald's on the way back? The food sucked. They never watched these videos, so I could be honest. Turkey's dry as hell every year. That's about it. What a day to be thankful, huh?
I don't. Turkey is to me like the most boring meat on the planet. And it's just so, I don't know. Yeah.
I only eat it on Thanksgiving.
Pretty much the same here. Yeah.
Dude, some of my friends at work, they were like, dude, I'm ready for Thanksgiving. And I was like, what you doing? And they showed me pictures, dude. This one of my friends at work, man, he went and got him a bunch of nice T-bone steaks. And he's like, dude, screw that turkey. We're doing some T-bones. And I was like, damn, that sounds good.
Yeah. See, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Yeah.
Way the future.
What about you, Lauren? You got any plans for Thanksgiving?
Parents, I'll make a huge batch of my garlic jalapeno mashed potatoes, which if I don't bring over, apparently I'm not invited.
That sounds good. Garlic jalapeno mashed potatoes.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, but the problem is you have to make it a full 24 hours before, otherwise the flavor doesn't seep through all of it. So it is a process as well. But yeah, so that's my compulsory side item that I bring. But I'll bring other stuff too. I usually bring the bread. I usually stop at Panera, and because Panera is actually here anyway, is open in the morning, so you can get stuff for the table. So I'll get a couple different types of bread and whatever. It's just a day with family before, the hell gates open for Black Friday.
Oh, God. Yeah, Black Friday. Dan's got a good idea. Let's all secretly live stream Thanksgiving,
Man, that would be demonetized so fast.
Channel shut down.
Yeah, my family argues about the same shit yours does, Christian. It's at Christmas and Thanksgiving, it's like politics all nonstop, and I just not no.
There's always that one. They would in the beginning, it seems like they're trying to be good, and then somebody just kind of brings it up out of nowhere, and there's that cringe moment before, Uncle Bob has a little too many drinks. And he's like, oh, screw that, and then there's that cringe moment, and then Aunt, jumps in and, gets her. Then it just turns into, it's a nightmare.
It's brutal, man.
You guys ever seen it get physical? I have.
No.
Yeah, my aunt and my grandma one year smacking each other. Yeah.
Wow. Holy crap, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. And my grandma is this old-fashioned Southern Christian woman, and she just wasn't having it. So yeah, the holidays, man. I'm excited.
Robert Long, deviled eggs, one of my favorite dishes. Deviled eggs. Oh yeah,
beautiful eggs.
Could go for some of those right now. Just give me the plate of deviled eggs. You can keep all the turkey you want.
You do a ham or something?
Jeremy and I do Cracker Barrel every year. We've done that for about the past 12 or 13 years. So
pronounce it correctly for me, Piz. Is Cracker Barrel. You gotta put that AH at the end of cracker.
But they give you a good plate full of food, and you don't have to worry about doing the dishes after. You don't have any leftovers that you have to feel bad about throwing away 3 days later. And
cracker.
Well, yeah, you walk out of there with your belly full.
I get the same thing every time. Chicken fried steak. I tell them I do not want to see that thing. It better be drowning in white gravy and double mac and cheese. And I walk out of there screaming, man, for begging for mercy. I don't even drive. City has to drive. Every time we go to Cracker Barrel, she's got to drive. I was like, City, take the wheel. I was like, I don't want to drive. I was like, I'm gonna kill us if I drive. I do work.
That's we're talking a foreign language to Mike. I don't think there's many Cracker Barrels over in the UK.
No. We've just got Wendy's though.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
No, in London.
My apologize for the future.
Only in London. London's got everything. Not where I am, but in London they've just got Wendy's.
Oh,
So
maybe one day you'll get a Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel's pancakes are amazing.
Cracker Barrel's breakfast is good all around. I think
Man,
that's
that
what I'll get their.
pancakes.
Yeah, I'll get their breakfast anytime, man. Any time of the day. Good
The
stuff.
problem with Cracker Barrels, and I like Cracker Barrel, but the problem is, you're in Jersey. You're always like 5 minutes from a real Jersey diner.
Here
So
we
it's
go
like-
again.
There's not a lot of good reason to do a Cracker Barrel.
Why you gotta make me feel like shit every time you bring up these diners? You
need-
know I can't
you
go
need
to.
You need to come up here, man. I told you I will take you on a tour of diners in this state.
I want the grand tour. I want a shuttle bus to every damn diner in Jersey.
That would
Oh
that would
Jesus
be
Christ! There's like
that'd be
400.
days.
It's
Yeah,
gonna-
that'd be days, days and days.
No, for real, I do. I'm a weird guy. I fantasize about eating at those bullet train, looking diners.
Oh yeah.
I have a weird.
So
Yeah.
I got a question. Is it typically like do young people really go to those at all, or are those not happening for
No. In Jersey,
Yeah.
everyone goes to the diner.
everyone? Okay.
Everyone goes to the diner because you know what it is like when I was growing up, you go to a punk rock show in Trenton, right, at City Gardens on Calhoun Street, and then you needed something that was open at 2 a.m. on the way home to work off some of the alcohol, right? Nothing is like your fast food, all the places that we always talk about, they're not open, but every diner is 24 hours.
Taco Bell.
So you just pull up.
Mhm.
You can order from a menu that's about this thick. I mean, Piz has been to a Jersey diner. He can tell you there's no skimping on the menus.
Mhm.
Actually, you were to two, weren't you? Because we went to Belvedere Diner.
I've been to a few. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
I've been to a few.
And so it's a lifesaver. And not every diner is great, but the ones that are, you can walk in and pretty much order anything, and they just magically bring it out of the back. It's amazing.
Well, let
And
me ask you
fast.
this: how is Jersey's bad Chinese buffet selection over there?
We don't have many left.
Because I
A
love
lot
a
of them
good
closed.
bad Chinese buffet. If you know
A
what I
lot
mean.
of them closed, dude. We used to have them everywhere.
There was a
Hey,
pretty good one.
I gotta head out. I gotta get my kid to bed, and then I'm gonna stream with this dude, Christian, down there here in a little bit. So,
All right, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me on, and yeah, I'd love to come on Region Free, like you said. Just let me know, man. But everybody, thank you.
All right, take care, man.
Have a good
Have a
night.
good
Happy
one.
Thanksgiving to everybody.
You too, man. Lord Brian is he may be California, but he's talking some Southern stuff here. Honey ham, cornbread, and whiskey. So, wow.
When I read a sentence like that, I read it like, hell, as long as I get honey ham, cornbread, and whiskey, I'm good.
Yeah. Jeez.
That's the
I'm
proper
good.
pronunciation.
Honey ham.
Some honey ham, some cornbread, and whiskey. Nice. Lauren mentioned Black Friday. Anybody, Christian, Griff, do they do any kind of Black Friday stuff over in the UK, Mike?
Yeah, they do, but I don't really pay too much attention to it. Black Friday is not what it was in the UK. Like, I mean, 5-6 years ago, it became a thing. Obviously, we always copy America, so online
the
it's
best.
still a thing. Yeah. So online, we still do a big Black Friday thing. It became a big thing in like stores like our version of Walmart, but obviously then we started having the fights, which obviously you guys have had over there. You know, people beating the shit out of each other. So it's mainly an online. It's mainly an Amazon obviously do their Black Friday events every year now.
Yeah,
But
the
yeah,
Cyber Monday.
yeah. So yeah, but it's mainly online now. It's not. Do you guys still have it in America where it's basically with COVID now? Is Black Friday actually physically ended, or is
No.
it
No,
still?
It
it's
never
it's
ends.
it's very it's different because Black Friday now it Black Friday was just Black Friday. Now
Yeah.
it turned into Black Thursday, then it turned into Black Friday week. Now it's like Black Friday month. You can get a Black Friday deal any day of the week and any time in November.
Mhm.
So I mean, and a lot of it's online now. So I mean, even like in Walmart, they were having select Black Friday deals just at random times during the week. They had the pallets out with the shrink wrap all around them, and I guess at a certain time somebody'd come and cut the shrink wrap off, and there you go. There's your Black Friday deal on Blu-rays. So it's definitely changed a lot, and just over the past few years, really. So
I'm
I don't
hoping
know.
they have a return to form because the compilation videos that we would see on YouTube of people just literally like moshing in Walmart were great.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
awesome. I've never gone Black Friday shopping. What you probably think of, Mike, is that craziness. When I was little,
Yeah.
my mom used to wake me up early and take me to the mall. But I never was. It wasn't crazy like the stuff people were like almost civilized in the late '90s, early 2000s with that kind of stuff. And then before too long, I'll never forget I didn't pay attention to it. One year, my dad was just like, my dad and my brother were like, "Hey, we're going to Walmart." I'm like, "Dude, we just ate some pie. Like it was Thanksgiving Day. Like, yeah, the TVs were on sale today. We got to go." And they didn't even get one. And that was one and only time my dad did that. But dude, it got so crazy. Like 2013, 14 specifically,
Yeah.
those years, I remember that's when the compilations were coming on YouTube of people literally just punching, swinging, policemen freaking out in Walmart, just pulling bodies out of piles. Dude, it was nuts.
I saw some crazy stuff at Walmart Black Friday because my idea of Black Friday was always going and like looking through what the remains, like during the day, and like whatever was left over, I would pilfer through and maybe find some stuff in it. My girlfriend was like, no, you got to go to Black Friday. So the first Black Friday I went to was a true Black Friday. It was midnight. And it was, you know what I mean? It was literally like, they had the cops there. They tried to get everybody organized in different vectors of the store. So if you were after Blu-rays, they had you over near the produce. You know what I mean? And like a minute or two before, they'd cut the shrink wrap and unspool the big display so that everybody could see, okay, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one. And then literally at midnight, they would count it down 10, 9, 8. And then when it got to 1, pandemonium ensued. Didn't matter that the cops were there. Didn't matter who you were manhandling. Didn't matter. Nothing mattered. You were going to get $3 off season 2 of Dexter, or you were going to kill somebody in the process. You know what I mean? And that was my first Black Friday experience, and that was pretty eye-opening. It was pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty wild. The next year is the one I've talked about this one before, where I got into the mass of people, and like there were women using shopping carts as like battering rams to get people out of the way, and I felt something moving between my legs, and I looked down, and there were little kids crawling between my legs to get to the parents were pointing out to their kids what they wanted and sending their kids into the fray to get it. And these kids were crawling between my legs crawling between people's legs, not just mine, to try and get in there and get it. I mean, those kids could have been killed. Really could have been killed.
Mm-hmm.
Steak sauce is just the perfect comment there. Clip that.
Oh, I wish I really wish I'd filmed those. I really do. Because I mean, you'd
Take a
gotten some-
GoPro on you next time.
oh, I wish it would have been some really interesting footage. That's for sure. But yeah, those were my Black Friday experiences. It's much different now, but yeah. So I know Nico says that he was in retail for 14 years. So to hell with Black Friday, he says. And now those 14 years were probably real Black Friday, not this like spread out Black Friday, but the Midnight Madness Black
Yeah.
Friday.
Mhm.
Now, Lauren, I know you're working in retail now. What
Yes.
sort of safety measures are being put in place to cut down on the casualties at your place of business?
So, if you've ever looked up a sign above a store that has a large pigeon population in the area, you'll notice they put those spikes on the sign so that the pigeons cannot roost there.
Right. Yeah.
Basically, that's what's going to be on all the doors, so that it'll be single file entry or bludgeoning.
I mean,
Now, I mean, listen, I'm in a nice place. Now the customer base is a whole lot better than I've ever seen in any years past, in any of the time I've been in retail, except maybe the record stores back in the day. So I can't complain. This is not going to be the worst retail Christmas of my life by a long shot. So.
Anybody else have any interesting Griff? Any dangerous Black Friday encounters, experiences?
Yeah, I actually tried to go around 2008, 2009, Black Friday, and it was hilarious. I saw carts getting stolen. I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, people lost their damn minds.
Yeah, I mean they really do, man. You know, they want to get $3 off that towel set, or they'll attack you. They'll hurt you. So I mean, I do like Nico. I'll never bum rush anyone in Walmart for a Blu-ray unless it has a slipcover. I agree.
Well, that's just common sense.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Cyber
Uh-oh.
Monday. Does anybody? Funny people.
The great Jonathan of Boombastic Reviews sent me a whole ton of slipcovers to destroy, so you can blame him.
Well, I mean, he sent you. I would be insulted if he sent me anything related to funny people. Why's Jonathan own a copy of Funny People? I've lost all respect for him.
He'll need to answer for that.
I know.
Whatever's
Jesus.
on sale.
Good Lord. Jeez. Is anybody looking for any Black Friday deals in particular? I know Severin's got a big one coming out. Vinegar Syndrome's got a big one coming out. And Severin did officially announce the Night of the Demon release is coming. So
Hell yeah.
it looks pretty good. I'm hoping it's not going to be like a $35 release, because I need to watch that movie.
Get all your penis ripping out of your system in one HD sitting.
Exactly.
I mean, that's $35. Money's well spent right there, just for that.
There you go. Griff, you got your eye out on any Black Friday sales this year?
No, because I used to do Warner Archive, and they would do their 4 for $40. I would go there and get those. But no, not really. I'm kind of waiting. There's some Severance stuff I might check out, but that's about it.
What about you, CHH?
I'm gonna check Vinegar Syndrome. I don't really know about anything that they have right now that I don't own that I really want to get.
I know Trauma is one of their big ones coming out. I think it's gonna be part of this sale. Whatever the issues were with it, I think they might have got those ironed out. So I know that's going to be part of their sale. They've got a couple of mystery new releases that are going to be announced and be up for sale. So couple of interesting things there, I think.
Yeah. Other than that, I can't really think. I was reading a magazine last night before bed, and I was showing my wife some of these movies. I think it was called Vampirus or something that we wanted to pick up. I don't know if that has a Blu-ray or not. It's an old movie. And Vampire Lovers, we were looking at that. Looked pretty cool. A few other Hammer era. I get in big swings of Hammer, and then I'm like burnt the hell out of it, and then I won't watch anything for like a couple months, and then I'm right back in it. Horror of Frankenstein, I gotta grab. Few others. So that's probably what I'll end up. It won't be Black Friday deals. I'll feel the compunction to just spend money that night, and so I'll end up buying some of those titles. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else. I want to support Vinegar Syndrome. I really do. I like them as a company, but I've been burned by them. But it's my own fault. It's not their fault. I purposely bought movies that I knew were probably going to be bad, and I get burnt out with buying from Vinegar.
Well, but here's the thing with Vinegar Syndrome releases, though. Even if it's a movie that you don't like, hold on to it, because after it goes out of print, people will give their firstborn for that
That's
thing
true.
on eBay. For real.
I got Ticks a little bit ago. That was fun. I didn't buy it with the slip. I love that they give you the ability to save a few bucks. If you don't want the slip, you don't have to buy it. So I didn't buy it with the slip. Yeah, it'd be cool if Scream Factory adopted that model, or any other company, quite frankly. I mean, I would love to be able to. Some stuff I want to, if it's a movie I really love, I'm like, yeah, I'll get it. But I like that they gave me the ability to save a few bucks and not have to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
You got your eye on any physical media releases, Mike?
Well, I've not probably bought anything major in physical media for the last 10 years. I've got
Really?
maybe I've got maybe 400 DVDs in storage, but I just haven't got the space. It's just impossible. It's just, with a 2-bedroom house with 3 people living here, it's all right. If you're going to buy it, you want somewhere to display it.
Yeah.
And I've got nowhere to display it. So it's I'm always jealous as hell when I see you guys with your setup and that, but I've got nowhere to put it. So it's buying it, but where am I going to put it? I don't want to put it in the loft. So if I do go on a deep dive, for something it's got to be something I really, really want. So I've noticed that, a film I've wanted for a long, long time is a film from '84 called Threads, which is a TV movie about a nuclear.
Threads. Yeah.
Amazing film. That is available very, very reasonably. It's quite hard. It doesn't stream anywhere ever. So you need to, and I think it's £15 on Amazon at the minute with an audio commentary as well. So I'm gonna bite the bullet on that, because it's a film that is, if anybody's never, it's a TV movie, and it's a bit like Ghostwatch, Piz, but this is way more disturbing than Ghostwatch. It got an American remake, I think, a year or two after. I think it's called The Day After.
I recognize the image of that, Mike. This dude with the
Yeah.
tape on his face. I've seen that
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
but I see the BBC Threads that you're talking about.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's the BBC.
Threads
It's never been repeated on TV. It's an amazing film.
Threads is an amazing film, but it's funny. On the last Region Free, I talked about Kill the Dog. There are real dead dogs in that movie.
I'm out.
Okay, just beware.
No, I'm kidding. I'll watch it.
It's really I think it's better than Day After. Yeah, definitely bleaker ending. Like, it goes much further into the aftermath of radiation poisoning the masses and the survivors than you'd expect. It's pretty brutal. Big thumbs up.
Yeah, Severin put it out a couple of years ago, I think, on Blu-ray.
Yep,
but
I have it. It's a good disc. I mean, the movie looks its age. I mean, it was made for a price, but it's the best it's ever looked. So,
yeah. I mean, that's cool. I feel you, Mike. For me to really start to add more physical media, I'm going to have to kind of build on top of it, or either get just like take out the old shelves and put in bigger, higher shelves, which means like a full reorganize of the man cave down here. So I've gotten to that point now too, where I'm just like, no more room. So
Yeah, it sucks.
but I mean, once I think once Evil Laugh comes on Blu-ray, I'm just going to stop. That's it. That's where I stop.
You retiring?
So yeah, once Evil Laugh comes on Blu-ray, then I'm done. What's left? What's left to want on physical media? So
As far as
have them
physical
all.
media, I did pick up some Warner Archive stuff. They put out this one film I adored it with Peter Lorre, Mad Love, also with Colin Clive. Absolutely incredible, and it's totally a film that inspired heavy metal, like the look.
Yeah.
Because Peter Lorre gets him to get up, and it's pretty badass looking.
Nice.
It's pretty great. It was
I agree.
it was also Peter Lorre's first American film.
Cool. Did not know that.
And then there's the Val Lewton set, or Val Lewton double feature, Bedlam and the Ghost Ship. Those are fun. I enjoy those quite a bit. But and the other stuff, there's one other one I had. Well, I got the House of Wax finally because they put it out with the slipcover back in the day, but this is much cheaper. Like I bought for like $12. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want some Vincent Price goodness, yes. Oh, also early Charles Bronson, but he's Bukowski in this one.
Cool.
There's a great moment at the very end of the film where they show spoiler for a 70-year-old film. But at the end they show Charles Bronson's like wax head, and they're like, in 20 years he'll have a gigantic, I said, mustache, and they go, beard.
So I thought you were talking about the Paris Hilton House of Wax.
No, I've seen that. That was okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's better than it should be.
I got the Scream Factory release of it. I've just not sit down and watched it. But
You watched the Dead Zone?
The Dead Zone release is good. Yeah, the Dead Zone release is really good.
That transfer is pretty good.
Yeah, It is. Yeah.
That one's got like multiple transfers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know it had like a German Blu-ray for a while.
Just whilst Griffin mentioned Charles Bronson, have you guys seen the Charles Bronson lookalike who does B-movie action movies called Robert Bronzy? It's like Hungarian. It's just unbelievable how much he looks like Charles Bronson. I'd never seen this guy before, and I thought that is Charles Bronson. It's insane.
He does look a lot like Charles Bronson, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's. I saw one of the movies he did, Death Kiss, and I thought it was fun. But I was just like, I don't know. There's only one Bronson. So.
Yeah.
Oh, one other Miko reminded me. Dr. X was the other one I watched, and that they finally got the original color version of the film on Blu-ray, and that was weird. Like the process was very odd. Like it looks really strange, but it looked incredible. Like that transfer, absolutely astonishing. Yeah, Dr. X. But y'all seen that they've been reissuing a lot of Bronson stuff?
Yeah. Kino Lorber been throwing out a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Breakout they just announced. Mr. Majestic. Elmore Leonard.
Yep, Elmore Leonard. Yeah.
Was that the first of his, based off his, or was that? I think it was no.
I think was that.
I think it was based on his books. I think it was Ombre. I believe was the first.
I think he wrote the script for Mr. Majestic too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money on those Kino releases for those.
Did you pick up 52 pickup?
No,
Or went
not
out
yet.
print?
Not yet. Well, it's out of print now.
Yeah, it just went out print.
Well, shit.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I managed to grab a copy and they were sold out after that. That's a damn good film.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but
80s is all hell.
yeah.
I've been really happy with all my transfers I've gotten from my Kino movie. I don't have a plethora, but I've got a good bit. Transylvania 6, 5000 look good. Deep Star 6 looked good. Silence of the Lambs looked remarkable. That was a gorgeous 4K.
That's right. That's a 4K.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Couldn't believe it. But yeah, they seem to be a damn good company. They did a TV movie I bought. Broad buries her husband. He comes back, or he didn't die. Son of a bitch. Maybe it was just called Buried Alive.
It is called Buried Alive.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
How did I forget about that? Yeah. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I've got that release. It's a pretty good release. Yeah. Jennifer Jason Leigh and
that's who it was. Yeah.
I forget the dude's name. Tim Matheson. Yeah, I like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
I think they did a sequel to it with Tim Matheson was in it. He didn't get buried alive again though. He learned his lesson the first time. But yeah.
Have y'all ever Jesus Christ, have y'all ever bought a movie, hated it, and like going out of your way to make sure people don't buy it?
Other than House Shark, I can't think of any.
I can tell you one right now. It's called Scalps.
Oh, Scalps.
The Fred Olin Ray film?
Yeah. The goriest movie ever made.
Yeah, not quite right. Yeah.
That's a great company. I like those guys. Make Flicks, I think is what they're called. Gentlemen. But I'm sorry, man. Y'all gotta put some respect on your name. You can't just release anything. That movie was trash.
You have to put Fred Olin Ray in context, my man.
Maybe so, but hey,
I mean,
impressions.
I mean, if you're watching something like Alien Factor, you got to know what you're getting into. You can't just, go in expecting good films.
I was sold the goriest film ever made, man.
I get that. But that's part of it. The bait and switch, the kind of P.T. Barnum aspect to what he was doing. It's called lying. And he was very good at it. And he worked with George Kennedy some. So there you go.
Hey, that's all good and well. There's only one man I'll allow to screw me over and me be happy about it, and his name is Charlie Band.
I really think you might want to at some point reevaluate your Fred Olin Ray. Start with Biohazard. That's a great awful film.
I'm sure Dan's told me about that guy before, and maybe Scalps wasn't the best way to go. But when people ask me if it's good, I say no.
Well, that's the correct answer. But then you should smile and say you need to see it.
I believe I heard that Fred Olin Ray wrote that movie in like a day.
And probably filmed it in 2.
And it was filmed over the course of like a long weekend. And
Jesus.
Yeah. So it yeah. And it looks it too, but I kind of agree with Lauren. I mean, Fred Olin Ray had like less to work with than Jim Wynorski.
Way worse.
Jim Wynorski didn't have. So I don't know. I like them both, but you kind of got to know what you're getting into with Fred Olin Ray, because it's gonna not be good, but it's kind of like he's winking at you a little bit. Like, I know this sucks, but I'm going to give you some boobage and I'm going to give you some blood, and and we can have
really
a laugh.
Bad
together.
Optical effects for lasers, and that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Hey, he did Alienator, so you know what?
Sure.
Yeah.
When you put a man in a metal bra, there's nothing wrong with your filmmaking.
Scalps would not have been the intro to Fred Olin Ray's work I would have recommended, but because most of Scalps, there's just like nothing happening. It's just like people walking in the desert and talking.
Yeah. Yes, I've seen Chainsaw Hookers, Jeff. I love Chainsaw Hookers.
Chainsaw Hookers, yeah. Yep, Hollywood Chainsaw.
Is that the
Hookers.
same guy or is that Fred?
That's Fred Olin Ray. Yeah.
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 Oh well, that's
yeah.
my introduction to Fred. Was Chainsaw Hookers.
This
Wait,
is-
Well-
we need to convince Christian to embrace his inner Fred Olin Ray.
I love bad
Uh,
movies, but dude, every now and again, one of them just it's like I snap out of my spell, and one of them just pisses me off.
Yeah,
And
no, I mean,
know what I mean?
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, like I said, Scalp
Okay.
would not have been the intro to Fred Olin Ray's career that I would have recommended.
So you have Alien Dead, you have Biohazard, you have Evil Spawn, you have Deep Space,
I've seen Evil
Alienator,
Spawn. I've seen Evil Spawn.
Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, Prison Ship. Oh my God, Bad Girls from Mars. What else do we have? Dinosaur Island. That was a classic VHS
Dinosaur
era.
Island. Yep. mhm, mhm.
Sorceress.
Oh no, that's Wynorski in it.
He produced it. Fred Olin Ray produced it.
Oh, okay.
It's all in the
want-
family.
I
Don't
want
worry.
written and directed by Fred Olin Ray.
Well, you can get that. What else is like the classic Fred Olin Ray? I'm looking over his discography now. Emmanuel 2000, definitely.
Oh my god, he did Evil Tunes.
I've seen Evil Tunes. I like Evil Tunes.
Yeah,
I guess I've
absolutely.
seen more than that. Sorry, I just scalps, man.
Beverly Hills Vamp. I forgot about the Beverly Hills Vamp. That used to
Yeah.
be on.
I've
That used
wanted-
to play on USA Up All Night all the time.
After Midnight, which is actually kind of a good film. Yeah. And it's good to know that this year he released something called The Killer in My Backyard. Not that anyone ever saw it, but
How old
Good
is
to
this
know that-
guy?
116.
Jesus.
He's been working a long time. He's produced
Nah,
He's produced
I'm sure he's
115
old.
credits. He's got
Ain't that
79
old.
writing credit. He's got
He was born in
54.
54, so
Oh.
he's in a
162 directing credits. He's been busy
Did he sleep?
with
Oh,
with
geez.
beautiful,
Well,
big-breasted women. Lots of them.
well. You've seen his films, right? I think most of the time he's asleep. But
Oh Lord.
you see, I love that spirit of that time because the other thing you have to remember is these are not like things that were just shot on video. Like this guy was working with film. I mean, think about that for a moment. Like his early '80s stuff, like that. These were like all the tools were right, but that's all that was right.
So you're saying that After Midnight is good? I've not seen yet.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
for Fred Olin
good.
Ray film, it's like a masterpiece, but good.
Okay.
Was that
Everyone-
89?
Somewhere in there. Like,
It seems to be a couple. Oh shit! It's an anthology, right?
yeah.
I have that. I've seen that. That was pretty good. I guess I've seen a lot more from him than I realized.
Fred Olin Ray is the man. He just it's kind of the it's the Plan 9 thing. It's you got to love some crap if you love the genre.
Right.
We don't have to love the same crap, but you got to love a little bit of crap. Hopefully, you don't just love crap though, and you do love the good stuff too.
Fair enough. I'll still have scalps at the bottom of my Fred Olin Ray movie list.
There are worse films than Scalps though.
I don't want to see that.
Have you ever seen Things?
No.
Just blind buy Things and get back to me about whether you think it's worse than Scalps.
I will search it out illegally.
It's probably on YouTube, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure.
Things may be the worst film I've ever seen.
Things.
I love it.
Actually, no. I don't see it in its entirety. I don't. That's weird.
Look to Daily Motion because when you can't find something on YouTube,
Yeah. That's where all
We
the good
could-
Howard
we-
Stern clips are.
We could watch the trailer for Things if you want.
oh please,
Oh shit.
can we do that?
Hey,
Let's wa-
they got things on Tubi. Tubi has everything. down
Everything.
here.
Everything they won't get sued for having.
So here is the trailer for Things.
Oh boy.
Wait a minute. I hope there's no nudity in this. Uh,
I think you're fine. Maybe not.
Hi, and welcome to TV9 News. I'm Amber Lynn.
Oh, there's nudity. We can't watch it. There's nudity.
I'm sold. That was pretty good.
If it's on Tubi, you can watch it for free. Just watch it.
Tubi. I gotta watch a bunch of
It is
Dove
the
commercials, but I watched it.
worst freaking movie ever made.
Listen, you made it through Dream a Little Evil.
I love that movie.
I do too. I love Dream a Little Evil too. You can things is worse than Dream a Little Evil, but
Jesus Christ.
It's kind of
It's significantly worse.
yeah, and
Dude.
yeah.
You will be praying for scalps.
Jesus. I'm scared. Piz, I need you to realize, dude, like you did not wake up one day and say, I'm going to change this young man's life with a Dream a Little Evil review. But when I say that is my favorite Pizzle video, period, and your whole career, it's that one. Dream a Little Evil affected me. When I went on YouTube and watched the clip, I said, how weird, nasty could it be? And when that witch gags on that dude, dude, exactly.
Yeah.
I just need to wash after that.
Yeah.
I need a scrub.
That movie was so freaky back when I was a kid watching it on Up All Night. It's still freaky now. Hell, it's yeah. There was one of the actors. Oh, go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, we're talking classic Piz reviews. I've always got to go with Shock and Dark. That's a classic.
Yeah.
I love that review. Your bewilderment at like just the mood.
Yeah, that's a movie that will bewilder you to no end. That's for sure. But yeah,
In the great Bruno Mattei tradition.
Oh yes, Bruno Mattei trying to just rip off everything he can imagine. Aliens, Terminator. There's others. It's a smorgasbord of American ripoffs, but my goodness, is it exciting and bewildering to watch.
I love in the Shocking Dark, they for aliens they actually get a legit like adolescent kid, and Shocking Dark they get like a 30-year-old woman.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm so scared.
Jeez. Oh man. Has anyone watched Veronica from Glenn Danzig? Yes, I've watched Veronica.
I won't do that to myself.
Oh my God.
Is it good, bad, or
I've reviewed Veronica, Punisher
did you?
Badman. That's another one that's pretty bewildering. I am really looking forward to his vampire western though. I will watch it.
Is that the Blumhouse one?
No, that's definitely not Blumhouse.
What am I thinking? That'd be way too cool. What am I thinking? Jason would never do that.
Nah. He's not touching anything Glenn Danzig. That's for sure.
Did you finish Squid Game? I saw you were watching Squid Game.
I think I'm 4 episodes in at
And
this point.
dude, them Koreans, they know how to write a show. I tell you.
Yeah,
Them
good.
Koreans.
It's good.
You know what I mean?
I'm digging it. I'm definitely digging it.
Did you recognize the sucker from Train to Busan? The one that meets him in the bus station?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a good-looking bastard, isn't it?
Yeah. I assume we'll probably see more of him, but don't spoil anything.
No, of course not. Of course not.
But yeah, Umberto Lenzi. Nico brings up Umberto Lenzi, another great Italian schlockmeister. Definitely worth. Umberto Lenzi is a cinema god, as is Nico Mastorakis. Yes, Nico Mastorakis.
Christian, have you seen Spasmo?
No, it sounds like it's up. Let me look up Spasmo.
Spasmo is Lenzi's greatest psychedelic giallo.
Spasmo.
Yes,
74?
Spasmo. But see, with Spasmo, you're gonna have to watch it twice to really.
At least.
The first time you watch it, you're just going like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Oh, yeah.
So you're definitely going to have to watch it twice. Just go ahead and schedule time for it.
I would pay to watch. I don't even need to see the movie. I just want to pay to watch Christian watch Spasmo.
We need
not like a YouTube video where he's like reacting. Just I want to watch his face change expression involuntarily as the movie plays.
Son of a bitch! This ain't available to stream anywhere, is it?
Really?
You can find the DVD, I'm sure, at a
Somewhere
reasonable
out there.
price. Oh, today's Orc's birthday. Orc, happy birthday, man!
Oh man, happy birthday, Orc.
Happy birthday.
What's up with you, Orc, man? How old are you today? 15, 16?
Playing that new Call of Duty.
Playing that Vanguard, son. Owning them noobs.
But the one thing I'll say about Spasmo that'll blow your mind though,
Uh-huh.
an Ennio Morricone score.
That's right.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, Ennio. Okay.
Yep.
I'll be damned.
I believe. Oh no.
I can get it at Target.
No, I
That's odd.
it's on YouTube.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mm.
You might have to pay for it on YouTube though.
I got some credit.
Got some credit in the straight world.
Orc says he's 33. Well, happy birthday, Orc. Hope you had a good one today, man. What'd you do to celebrate your birthday today, Orc? How many noobs did you pwn in Vanguard today?
Did you get yourself a big blizzard? What was the
Oh.
flavor? What was the
Oh
flavor?
yeah. No, did you get a blizzard or did you get pizza? And if you got pizza, what were the toppings?
Did you get both?
Boy.
Damn, now that's a birthday right there. You get
I
the
know,
pizza,
right?
and then you get the blizzard afterwards. Good lord.
Hell yeah.
You know,
What
like
pizza? What pizza are we repping?
it's a $40,000 or $40,000 calorie birthday right there. Oh, thank you, Punisher Batman. Appreciate that. All right, Sean Senior, take care, man. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Look up Bruno Mattei's Robo War. Have I seen Robo War? I'm sure if I have, I wouldn't have forgotten it. I don't think I've
Robot
seen.
Wars.
I don't think
Is it
I've seen
full
Robo
movie?
War.
You've seen the cover art, definitely.
I don't think I've seen it. Oh yes, I've seen the cover art. Yeah.
Everyone's seen the cover art.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen the film though. Went wrecked some noobs. Got a thick Reese's ice cream cake and a big ass bacon cheeseburger. Double everything. My goodness, that's a good birthday, man.
Damn,
That's a good birthday work. Jeez,
man.
damn,
I need
son.
one of those now.
I know. If it weren't so late, make a run for Dairy Queen. Damn.
Those bastards close at 9 o'clock.
They open one right by my house, like walking distance. Man, it's
What you
Christian.
get?
all the time.
Christian about to be packing on some pounds. Those suckers.
And man,
Well, fellas, we've been going for about 2 hours. Does anybody have anything that they want to add? Anything they want to get off their chest? Anything on your mind before we call it a night here?
the only thing I note I saw the other day was they're making some kind of train in New York or something, some kind of Train to Busan remake or something, or
They are making a Train to we were talking about that earlier about they're making a Train to Busan remake with the director of what's his name, Lauren?
Timo Terra. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name.
He's a really good director, so I mean there might be some hope for it, but
I'm down.
I don't know. I'd rather see him do something original here than a remake. But
I'd rather him not come here. I'd rather him stay home, make great films. I'm just worried that the American system will not play for him the same way like when Argento tried to make an American film, it did not work. You know, we just sand down edges that don't need to be sanded down here. Let people do their thing.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I've got some faith since it's him that's directing it, but I don't know. We'll see. Anybody else? Anything they want to talk about before we call tonight?
Just be kind to people over this coming weekend. A lot of people get stressed out. The holiday season begins. If you're out in retail or in a restaurant, remember the people working there are doing what they can, but their life is pretty miserable at that time. So just be kind to people.
Yeah, I'll second that. Let's go out on that note right there. Let's do some shout outs here. Nico is still with us. We got the birthday boy Orc, Soundtrack TV, Cliff Booth, Jeff Overing, Robert Long, Sean Sr., Punisher Batman, Cinemurdrum. Nice. Darren. There's Dan hanging out in the chat. Ice Cody. Big Crack Rock, our old buddy Big Crack Rock's hanging out. James G. Channel. Hello, Channel. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Wait, what question did Steak not get answered?
Was Steak Sauce here?
He's here now, and he's saying he never got his question answered.
What question did you ask Mr. Steak Sauce? Hey, there's Garrett still hanging out with us. Captain Halloween Keith is here. Entertainment Wizard. I never got my question answered. Wow. I can only imagine. It must not have been that pressing because he's not going to repeat it.
He's probably he probably is just feverishly trying to downvote the video.
He says, question, okay. Which final girl has the nicest male member?
Scene.
I don't know. I don't know if I fully understand the question. I don't know if I don't want to understand the question.
Sleepaway Camp?
Oh, so there you go. Sleepaway Camp. There you go. I agree. Steak will be deleting his Twitter now. Oh, geez. Well, Mike, where can we find you on social media, man?
Right on here on YouTube, Real Fifth Beatle. Live stream every Tuesday night. Be live streaming tomorrow, midnight UK time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and on Twitter, the Real Fifth Beatle. That's about it.
Okay, cool. Griff, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Grave Abyss.
Grave Abyss, I like that. Jeez, dark. Where can we find you on social media, Lauren?
Visited by Voices 1 on YouTube and at Lauren Dixon on the tweets.
There you go. All right, cool. I have got a Jeremy and I tried the most abhorrent, disgusting candy tonight. I'm not even going to spoil it. The video will be out probably tomorrow. It was unbelievably disgusting candy. And he actually ate more of it than I did. I can't believe he was able to eat some of that. But that video will be out soon. It'll be entertaining, I'm sure. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Also, the my 50,000 subscriber Bad Michael Myers mask giveaway. I'm going to announce all the details for that one very soon too. So keep your eyes peeled if you want to get your hands on your very own Bad Michael Myers mask. Stay tuned. Exactly. But thanks again, everybody who tuned in. Thank you to all you guys who joined me tonight. It was a fun stream talking about movies and all kinds of cool stuff.
Fred Olin Ray.
The great Fred Olin Ray. Yeah.
Fred Olin Ray.
But I just want to wish everybody out there a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully a very peaceful and safe Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Take care, and until next time, peace.